Hey everyone, I just want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my videos, and for those of you who watch them every week, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the nice comments I've got, people saying that it's really helped them and it's really encouraged them, and I'm just sharing what I've learned and what God shows me and what He teaches me in the hopes that it will help you too, and that it will encourage you like it's brought encouragement to me. So I was thinking this week about some of my prayers. I was going through my journal and looking at some of my previous prayers and what it is that I'd asked God for in the past. And I was really just thanking God and saying thank you to Him that He didn't answer my prayers in the way that I wanted them to be answered. Because if He did, then I'd be at a different place in my life right now. I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I would have had along the way. And I remember being in this place where I was in a wilderness place and I was faced with this big mountain in front of me where it just seemed impossible. I didn't know how I was going to get over it or how it was going to be moved. But I was crying out to God and I was saying to Him, God, I know you can move this mountain. It says in your word that you can move it. I know you've done it before for me from previous experiences in my life. I know that you've moved mountains in my life before. So I know you can do this. So why aren't you doing it? And I was frustrated with God that He hadn't moved it for me yet. And He spoke to me and He said, Laura, some mountains are not meant to be moved. Some mountains are meant to be climbed. And this really changed my whole mindset. It was like a huge revelation to me. I can see it as, I look back at it and I think it as a big monumental turning point in my life where I realized that He wasn't going to move this mountain for me. He can do anything. He could move it for me if He wanted to, but I had to climb it. So I started to prepare myself. I started to think differently, started to change my mindset and believe that I really could do this. I could do it. I could reach the top. And don't get me wrong, there were struggles along the way. There were moments I stopped. I was tired. When you climb a mountain, you're going to use muscles that you've never used before, and you're going to have to strengthen yourself. But eventually I got to the top. I overcame that obstacle in my life, and I reached that place of victory. So I just want to encourage you today that sometimes God doesn't answer our prayers in the way that we think He does. We want Him to answer them. And sometimes we think He's not answered them at all. But when we look back, if we look back over our life, and that's the only time we should look back to think about where we come from and how far we've come and how many things that we've overcome and achieved. But when we look back, we might think that He didn't answer them. But He did. He answered them in a different way, in a way that it was best for us. And He knows what's best for us. So He knows the best way to answer our prayers. So we just have to trust Him. Trust Him that He's looking out for our best interest. He sees ahead. He sees the things that we don't see. So if you've got something in your life, and I know we all do, I know we all have obstacles that we want to overcome, mountains in front of us that we want God to move, that we're praying, God remove them. But I'm so thankful that He didn't remove my mountain. I'm so thankful that He didn't remove those obstacles, but He allowed me to learn new things. He gave me the opportunity to be able to strengthen myself physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I learned tools along the way that helped me to climb that mountain so that when I have to climb future mountains, I can look back and I can remember I did that before. I can do it. I've got the strength, what it takes to do it. So just be encouraged today that God might move your mountain for you. He might take that obstacle out of your way. He can see ahead. He knows what we can cope with. He'll never give us more than we can handle. So He can see ahead. So just trust Him that if your mountain isn't moving you, if your obstacle isn't moving out of the way, trust Him that He has something better and greater. His thoughts are higher than ours and His ways are higher than ours and greater than ours. So we just have to trust Him that He knows best. He knows what it is that we need to do. So be encouraged today, and I really hope this has helped you. Have a great day. Bye.